Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Conscious Cowboys. And I don't know why I said it like that, but welcome back.
I'm surprised you even said it at all. Granted
I felt
that
like I needed to say it because like it was like a reminder of like, what is this? This is the Conscious
Conscious
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
I feel like a different person today, but we're rolling with it.
That's been happening a lot for me recently. And I just want to say, hey, if you are in that same what the hell is happening with my life and with my body and with my mind, then you're not alone.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I mean,
You're like, I don't even know what to say
yeah,
next.
well, yeah,
I'm going to
'cause I was
freak out.
no, I'm just like, well, what's the context of that? I
Mm,
can only say, well, first off, how is everyone doing? I hope you're doing great.
yeah.
Thanks for listening. And I think that for me recently, I just feel like a little out of alignment. If I
Okay.
can really put this into one word.
This is,
Is not like
you threw me
completely
into
okay,
a
okay.
crisis.
Not we're having a crisis. No, not that I feel completely out of alignment. Like there are obviously some notes that are on point, but there are more things than not where I'm just like, how is this happening?
Well, okay, the way that you explained it to me yesterday when we were talking about this is like, am I, why are so many things happening that are like roadblocks or big stressors, or like, why can't I enjoy my day more?
Right.
And then I question, am I not in alignment with what I'm doing? Um, like just in life in general, or is it my perspective? Like really what needs to change? Is it the
Mm-hmm.
circumstance or is it my perspective on it? I don't
Right.
know. The only way to know, I feel, is to try a perspective change first. And if
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't work, then you know for sure, okay,
Yeah.
it's circumstantial. We got to get rid of some stuff.
Right. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. I feel like, and I was thinking of like the explanation is how I was writing about it in my journal is so Tess and I have recently fallen in love with wake surfing.
Mm.
And I felt like I could use like my life and wake surfing as like an example.
Oh,
So,
let's hear this. I'm
well,
excited.
so we went not yesterday, but the day before on Sunday. And the harder that I would grip onto the rope and like feel tension in my body, the worse I was when
Mm.
I was wake surfing. But when I would have a light grip on it and I could like flow with the water, it was great. Like
Mm.
that's when I was able to do the best. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in my life right now, there are a lot of things where I'm like gripping on for dear life. And it should not be like that, in my opinion. I mean, of course, there will be times where that's going to happen and that's fine. But I feel like I'm walking through life right now with like my shoulders up to my fucking ears. And I need to not. I need to just mellow out.
Okay, but then my question is like, at what point, and this you don't have to have the answer for this, but I'm just like tossing this out there as a community. Let's think about this. Is it because when you go through change or things are difficult because they're new that you feel this way? Or would you have felt this way if you had like been in this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do know because I
Like, are
think,
you feeling
and we were talking about
alert
this.
and heightened because it's all new and you're just not feeling totally confident yet?
Well, yeah, we were talking about this because I had already kind of felt this way when we were living in Santa Clarita. Like I felt like that. And now I still feel like that, even though we moved, but it's just like different external forces are occurring. So I think it's just like something that I need to figure out, within
Mm-hmm.
me. Like I don't know if it's even like the change of like the whatever environment that's going to help, you know?
Yeah, I wonder, it makes you think like, okay, and you hear this a lot too, but like say that you end up getting every goal that you set for yourself, right?
Mhm.
Cowboys is it, you have X, Y, and Z, all the things that you kind of have on your vision board, let's say. Are you still going to feel this way or would it be different? Like is it an internal thing? Is it a mood? Because I remember one of my friends went to New Zealand and she was like at a point in her timeline where she was like, I just like nothing's working and
Mhm.
I need something so drastically different. I need to be alone. I need to explore like a different part of the world and maybe when I'm there, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And she came back and she was like, no, I didn't figure anything out. In fact, I felt more lost when I went because I was like in the position where it should be happening and yet I wasn't making it happen. Right? Like I'm there. I did this. Here I am. I got on the plane. I'm here. I quit my job, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And then I don't feel any better. And then I remember reading something that's like, you are everywhere you go.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, that's fucking true. Like you can change your circumstances. And I think that helps to a degree. But ultimately, if you are like battling things, I'm not saying you in specific, but I'm just saying in general, like if I'm battling something, my distraction of change of environment only holds it off for so long. And then bam, I sink right back into it.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I think
But that's
I don't
not what
know
we're talking about here.
well, I don't know if I was even saying it now. I'm like, what were we even talking about? But I think like in general that it is an internal thing that's happening like within me. Like it's just like yeah, just things need to change. And we've been talking about this, you know, I think in the last few episodes. But like I'm working towards that. But just like I want to be in a place where like things feel right. And I think like whatever my internal state is that maybe I'm choosing things that are not right for me.
Yeah.
So like I think that it all stems from that. And like what I'm seeing outwardly, I'm like, okay, well that's obviously like that's why. You know? Dude, okay. There's like our apartment's fucking awesome. I love it here, but there are these men that have been painting outside for what feels like months. We've only lived here for like 3 weeks. And they have to change the height of their ladder.
Yeah, I think they're also
And
adjusting where it is on the floor.
Oh,
So they're basically
damn.
dragging
so
the
if you
ladder.
hear it, maybe it won't be as echoey in here.
I mean, it
We
should
have a change of scenery. We're on Tessa's bed.
Welcome to my bedroom.
Oh, man.
Anyways.
It looks like we set up for a porno, honestly.
Yeah, like if you were to walk up into my room and you saw the tripod and the lights, you'd have a good laugh.
It's pretty funny.
Anyways, I can't help but wonder, is it the chicken or the egg? Like which comes first? Is it the circumstance that causes the dissatisfaction, or is it me that no matter the circumstance, I'm going to be dissatisfied? You know, that's
honestly,
that's
that
thing.
It's me.
Okay.
Like, I don't even think I blame anything else.
Yeah.
But it's me.
Yeah.
Because like also, like I was saying, is like I chose these things. And so like if I'm unhappy with whatever the fuck I'm unhappy with, like it's probably because I thought I was going to fit into this and I don't. And that's fine.
Yeah. Speaking of making decisions and not fully, I don't know, like I don't know if it's liking them or feeling like it was a good decision, but recently, I would say within the past 6 months to a year, even though I've made many good decisions that I am happy about, there has been like almost a little bit of like buyer's remorse for some things.
Like when you make a quick purchase.
Yeah. Okay. Not moving, not starting a new job, not anything of value like that. But like there has been a lot of spontaneous purchases that I've made in the past 6 months or a year where I get home and I'm like, yeah, I like that. And then I think about it. I'm like, I don't like that at all. And like, dang it, I chose the wrong one.
Is it mostly like with
Material items?
purchases? Okay.
And I don't know. I almost like puts me in this position where I feel like I'm not making good decisions. Like I'm not a good.
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous.
Isn't that insane? But that, I mean, go with me here. Like,
yeah.
It seems like every time I buy something or like, okay, let's boil it down even more.
Okay.
Go to the grocery store. I bought, let's say, $50 worth of groceries. I get home and I'm
she's like, what did I buy?
What did I even buy? Like, I can't even make meals with this stuff.
That's why I ask you when we go to the grocery store. I'm like, do you have things for meals in there? And you're like, hold on.
Because I like just get excited and I buy like the same thing that I know make me happy. But I'm more of like a snacker than a meal maker these days.
That's right. These days, fuck. Yeah.
You calling me out?
Well, but then I just say, yeah. I just say like, or I think not every decision you make is shit.
No, I've made amazing decisions.
Yeah.
Who I hang out with, amazing. Who I'm dating, amazing. Where I live, amazing. Job's great. Like all of it's great. It's just sometimes I'm like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
Why am I facing buyer's remorse with like nearly everything I spend money on? It's bizarre.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's true. Because I was actually thinking about it for myself and I was like, I don't think that happens to me.
I don't know. But anyways, anything else life updatey?
I mean, no, not really. things are going pretty good. We're just figuring stuff out, you know?
Yeah.
Like, life is just a wild ride. Seriously.
Mm-hmm. My stomach just made another noise. Yeah, I would say that things are going pretty well over here, in case you were wondering.
Yeah, I know. I like when we first introduced this episode, I was like, "Fuck, does that sound like we're like complaining?" And every time we start an episode, God, we're like decompressing. Does it feel like that?
Please let us know if it feels like that.
And then I look at the camera and I'm like, "Are we really washed out right now?" Kind of, but it's okay. We're just trying to figure out our new space, and this is what it is.
I don't know. If there's nothing else life updatey, then we have an exciting announcement. We have a new sponsor for the podcast, and
oh my God.
Relax a little bit, Madison. We have a new sponsor for the podcast, and Madison is here to read the sponsorship message. The awkward silence that I just experienced. Don't proofread it, you dingus. The hell, Madison. They did not want you to proofread. They said just give her the phone and have her read it.
A surprise.
Yeah.
Dude, I already saw it. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So
just so ridiculous.
Good.
Wait.
Start at the
say
top.
That? Okay.
Dude. Read it, Madison. We're getting paid for this.
This episode, dude.
It just got even funnier.
This episode is brought to you by dung pies. Dude, you make that up. Okay, Cowboys. Something you may not know about me, you fucking asshole, is how I battled. Dude, I don't want to say that.
I cannot keep it together.
Okay, Cowboys. I'll say this without laughing. Something you may not know about me is how... This is rude. Dude. How I've battled with smelly breath for the past 4 years. It seems like no matter what I do...
Read it with some passion,
mouthwash,
dude.
I'm mad. Yours is going to be even fucking worse. Tongue scraping or change in diet, I just can't seem to kick it. Like,
start
seriously.
From the top.
No, stop.
Read it like you would a real sponsorship.
I'm mad. It's not good. But I don't like it. You're lying. I asked her if this was going to dig my grave, and the answer is yes.
It's not going to dig your grave. Do you want me to read it?
No.
Okay, then read it in full like you mean it.
I have to read the whole thing over?
Yeah, with some emphasis. No one even got the message.
Sad. All right.
So that was fun.
This episode, I have to read it over. It's really traumatizing.
It's really not bad. We're spending a lot of time on it. Dude, tears on my fucking...
All right, so dung pies. Okay? They're not the most glamorous. If you know what a dung pie is, then you know. But if you put them in the microwave for 10 seconds, dude, you went into this and drizzle honey on top. They're actually not bad. And if I'm being honest, they've really grown on me. That's it. I can't anymore.
You can't finish it.
You can find them at dungpie.com and use code Cowboy for 20% off your first order. Cheers to better breath. I'm mad.
Well,
all right.
That was fun.
I should have done mine. Dang it.
That's okay. You'll get me next time. I am
maybe
disaster. When I laugh hard, I cry.
I'm happy that made you laugh. It relieved some stress.
Yeah. There's something so special about watching you squirm a little bit. Like, it makes me so happy.
I've had to do a lot of things today that have been out of my comfort zone.
And it's good for you.
That was number one.
No, it wasn't.
It is good for me. No, it wasn't number one because
so if you know so what this whole segment was even supposed to be.
What the fuck?
Yeah. We were making a joke that like I have to explain that it was a joke.
Thanks.
It's sad. No, we were going to do like fake sponsorships and try to read it without laughing. So then you guys would like feel like it's a real one, but we clearly could only get one sentence in before
Okay.
we started busting up laughing. I couldn't keep it together. It's not you, it's
No,
me.
that's true. But I was thinking, I was like, it would be more. We totally just. Well, now everyone knows that this is an ongoing thing. So we're just we'll do it. We'll do it next episode too. But I was thinking that it would be more believable if we did like a product that was like,
on the market.
yeah, or like brought to you by plungers or something. You know, like I really like that you were creative and went out on a limb for me.
I have no idea where dung pies came from. I
Dung
just
pies?
thought, so listen, I just
Dude.
thought, okay. Here was my thought process behind this.
Okay.
I was like, what's going to embarrass Madison, but is still mild?
What doesn't embarrass
That's
me?
my point. It's still mild. I could not go any harder than that because she would have actually probably gotten mad at me. So
I would have just not read.
this is like within realm of being borderline not okay, but it's still okay. And I was like, okay, smelly breath, that's really not a big deal. Like it's not everyone's favorite, but like it's not career ruining. It's not reputation shattering.
Total reputation shattering.
No, it's okay. So
trust me, it's not good.
So anyways, I was like, well, if the problem is smelly breath, then the solution has to be something wild. And I was like, what if you like ate something natural that, because like you're very holistic.
Dung pies are shit.
Dung pies are shit.
Yeah, that's
literal
I
shit.
get the
Yes.
connection. That's really good.
So then I was like, oh, well, we'll cure her smelly breath with dung pies and
Yeah.
you'll rave about how they've worked for you. But if we just lead with that, no one has any backstory of this fake smelly breath history.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to do it up. I had to
Yeah,
give you a full
appreciate
story.
the
It was
story.
so fun. I sat down and it was like when you used to do creative writing in elementary school or middle school.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, what I get to write about anything I want. That's what this felt like.
that's good. That's why we're doing it.
Like I was laughing when I was writing it.
Good. I'm happy for you.
This was supposed to be a fun project.
Bye. No, it was
Anyways.
great. I
don't-
can't do the one I was going to do. It's not good.
Okay.
Like it would have actually dug your grave
Oh,
and mine too.
well, that's good that
You probably would have you would have done it,
yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
Um,
Definitely next time.
Okay. Last thing we have to chat about today before I have to go teach some Pilates
Yeah.
classes. Compliments. Now, I don't know if you're anything like me, but if you are, you have a hard time accepting compliments.
Yeah, and let me just say that Tess is like the best compliment giver. So like it's funny that you can't accept. You know?
That's an interesting observation. Yeah, I do like to give a lot of compliments. And it almost feels like when people are giving me compliments that it's fake. Or not that it's fake and like they're trying to be condescending and they're like, oh yeah, you look cute. And then they're like, ugh,
Yeah.
right? It's more so like, oh yeah, Tess was like crushing it out there. Like she did so good. I have a hard time accepting that. I'm like, no, I know I could do better. And I want to understand where that comes from.
Yeah.
I don't have the answer. If someone does have the answer, let's please send it my way.
Well, so then we were talking about this because then I started thinking, I don't really know many people who take compliments well, whatever that means.
Mm-hmm.
Like taking a compliment well is like, oh, thank you, right? Is that good?
Yeah, I think just accepting the compliment is
yeah. Versus like
is-
saying, oh no.
yeah, like why do I always jump to like this quick defense of like, oh yeah, well, yeah, cool.
There are many reasons. Well, so first I could ask the question, when you give compliments, do you mean them?
Well, yeah, because
So
if I don't
then-
like someone or I don't mean it, I certainly don't talk to them.
Right.
Yeah.
So then I think, and I would hope that when people give compliments to you or to other people that they mean it.
Mm-hmm.
So then for us not to believe it is kind of weird. But then is it like we don't believe? I guess it's because we don't believe it.
Yes.
Right? It's like,
I guess
oh,
that's
you
why.
look pretty. And then I'm like, I don't feel
Well, because I
pretty
know that
today.
I could, look better or I could
Right.
perform out there better. And I'm like, no, that wasn't that good because I know I can do better.
That's right.
But who am I to tarnish their perception of it?
Yeah. And also, you still did an awesome job, even though you could do better. You still did really well. So that's worth a compliment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's for some reason just uncomfortable to
It
accept
is-
a compliment.
it
I could
is
give them all
sometimes
day
weird.
long. In
Yeah.
fact,
it's
sometimes
really
I
easy to
overgive and
give.
everyone's like, okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm going to work on accepting it more because I actually don't, if I'm giving someone a compliment, I actually don't enjoy when they deny it.
Yeah, it's
Like, it's
sad.
annoying. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
what are we
yeah,
going to
yeah.
do this like roundabout of how, no, you actually do look cute. I have to go in depth and explain it more. Like, don't be fucking annoying.
Yeah,
You know, just
totally.
accept the compliment and let me move on with my day.
Yeah.
I was trying to make you feel good, but in a sincere way, not in a, oh, I just like trying to stroke her ego a little bit so she likes me. Like, I'm
Right.
actually
Oh,
giving you a
yeah,
compliment.
no,
Like, I
no,
think
no.
I think you look great.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah.
Do you struggle with accepting compliments?
I mean, I don't know if I do or not.
I mean, from me, you don't.
No, I
Because
just
I'll be
say
like, wow, Matt, you look
thanks.
so cute. And you're like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
But
I
like,
mean, even if I'll
okay,
say, go ahead.
I was just thinking like, okay, we just talked about wake surfing, right? And Madison and I are new at it. And it's like, okay, when you came in and they were like, you did so good. You were like doing amazing out there. How does that make you feel? Like, do you feel like, yeah, I did do good out there? Or do you feel like like, I don't believe that, but like, thanks for saying it. Like, what's your response in your head?
I mean, I kind of do feel sometimes like, I don't know, like people are just being nice to me because they love me, you know?
And they want to like make
They
sure
want to
you
be like,
feel good
no,
about
yeah,
yourself.
you're like accepted. We support you. Like, you did a good job out there. But I'm like, but then I also stand by the fact that like, yeah, I did a good job and yeah, I could do better, but thank you for saying that right now. But sometimes, yeah, I don't believe it. I'm just like, okay. Or it just like makes you feel weird to accept it because then it makes it seem like very boastful to me. I don't know. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, I know I did good, you know?
Well, I think that's also it is maybe a part of me understands that I have like a stronger personality. So then I try to make up for it in other ways where I'm like more humble or I'm like self-deprecating because I don't want to come across as like this, and that, you know, where I'm like, oh, she's got a big personality. She's like confident, loud, and she's like full of herself. You know, I'm like, at least if I am a little bit self-deprecating, then I won't come across as being full of myself. I can still be confident and, you know, nice and cool to hang around, but then
is that just like, I don't know if that's a female thing or maybe an us thing, because I'm sure guys deal with it too, but is that just like us making ourselves smaller?
Yeah, but I think that's I don't think that's a female thing or an us thing. I think that a lot of people try to make themselves smaller because you're seen as like vain and cocky. Those are like words that are coming to my mind. If you are like, oh yeah, thanks. You know, like, Tess, you look so cute. Thanks.
Yeah. I
like,
know.
They're like, okay, I actually take that back.
I don't want to give you the compliment.
Yeah.
No.
So
they still deserve to know. Even
totally,
if they
but there's
think,
this sweet spot. Don't you agree?
Yes, there is fully a sweet spot.
Like, don't deny the compliment when it's given to you, but also don't pretend like you already know it. Like, actually be appreciative of the kind words.
Right. Yeah, but I guess you could find a sweet spot of even like, you know it, but you're like also humble in your response, you know?
Yeah, so that's my new goal for, you know, going forward is being able to accept a compliment better.
That's easy.
I think that's and I'm glad it's an easy one because I've got other big goals and I'm like, that's not easy. And I just want some like bite-sized ones for along the way that I feel accomplished about when I successfully complete the task.
Yeah, and I do honestly think like if I'm thinking about it, and I think this is like very cliche to say, but I do think like if you believe it, then you'll be able to accept it. Because like if I believed every compliment someone gave me, I'd be like, oh yeah, thanks. Versus like, yeah, you know? So talking about that inner work, you know, like full circle type shit.
Yeah. Being able to accept a compliment or be happy with your life and all the circumstances that are involved in it.
Yeah. It's fucking life, man.
But I'm really proud of you, Madison, for finding what works for your smelly breath.
Fuck you.
You thought I was going to be sincere. No, I am proud of you.
I am proud of you too.
Yeah. And I'm proud of you for reading my fake ass, ridiculous segment.
Thanks.
I am very happy we're sponsored now.
Me too. It
Dunk
was a
Bites
long
is a
time
cool
coming.
sponsor.
Yeah.
I think.
Sure.
Could be cooler.
It could be a lot cooler. Yeah. We'll
I
figure
actually
it
regret
out.
this whole thing now. I gotta go. Is my buyer's remorse is kicking in.
Oh,
The fact that I
shit.
committed to, maybe I have commitment issues. No, I definitely don't have that.
No.
But I was gonna say, I like don't want to commit to the material items that I buy, or I don't want to commit to dung pies.
Or maybe it's like when you purchase things, you're in like a certain mood that's like not necessarily you. So then when you get home, you like are back in yourself or whatever, and you look at it and you're like, who was that bought that? You know? Maybe. Like maybe it's based off mood for you. I was like, who is Tess all the time?
Oh my God. No, you have lots of moods that change, you know? I can't pin
Absolutely.
myself down. Anyways,
No.
I got to go teach.
Yeah. But it was great chatting. I'm happy that we did this. It was really good.
Yeah.
We've had a full day, and let me just say, it's a lot. We're doing good, and I'm happy we make time for this. Very proud of ourselves. Fucking crushing it.
We really did squeeze this in.
We had to. We were like, we had to.
Scraping by.
That's
time
correct.
wise. And I'm glad I spent my time wisely on the dung
Me
pie
too.
segment. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. All right.
My lips are dry. I keep licking them.
Okay,
I'm self-conscious about that, by the way.
Licking your lips?
Yeah. I
Or
was
having
told
dry
by
lips?
someone. No, well, both. But I was told by someone that I like do that a lot, and I like lick my bottom lip a lot.
I forgot that.
Yeah, and that stuck with me. So I stopped it for a long time, but now my lips are chapped and I'm doing it again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll figure that out.
Anyway.
Your lips look great.
Thanks. Hey, if you're here still, I said thanks.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're here still, please make sure that you have subscribed to the podcast, that you've rated it 5 stars, nothing less.
Yeah.
And that you shared an episode or just the podcast in general with your friend.
Yeah.
Don't you want this community to grow? Don't you want to have a whole cowboy community there riding alongside of you?
I fucking do.
Me too.
We're going to scream it from the rooftops. We're going to go outside right now, strip all of our clothes off.
Madison's going to stand outside the Porsche dealership that we live by.
Hell yeah, I am.
In a
I'll go in
bikini.
this tube top and these fucking shorts.
It's just a joke.
Today's not the day.
We're just having fun, everybody.
Yeah,
Relax.
all right.
Everyone relax.
Yeah.
Okay, goodbye.
All right. Talk soon. Have a great week.
The finger guns. Oh, it's just embarrassing.